Well, I have an hour of space for video on this car, and I've only done about 18 minutes worth, so I should have plenty of space. That is a Mazda 323. Don't know much about them. But yeah, most of these old Chevy and Ford trucks have a lot of potential. And I'm gonna wrap up the video in a minute and just go to still photos. There's the 91 or 92 S10 Blazer that some kids stole the tires off of. F-150 with a standard transmission. Always a nice combination. If it has a V8, that would be even better. Chrysler Imperial. Hyundai Accent. Don't know what year this is. Probably like a 90. And this is like a 92 or 93 F-150. With automatic, air, and cruise control. My friend and I test drove one just like this at a Ford dealer. And it was a 93 and it had the inline 6. It was an XLT with every available option. I think someone custom ordered it. And it was fully loaded. It had about 140,000 miles on it. Everything worked great. It even had the original R12 air conditioning. That was a sweet truck. And that is a turnpike maintenance truck. You know, let's look under the hood of this little shit pile here. You know, in all fairness, this actually was a pretty decent engine. These cars weren't much in my opinion, but these little Chrysler 4-bangers actually proved to be quite reliable in the day. I read that in a book, in this car book I have. It's got air conditioning, there's the compressor. And the condenser appears to still be there, but the radiator is long gone. And obviously this is R12. I mean, this is like probably an 89 at the newest. Or no, I take that back. 89, they had airbags. Take a look. And of course it's worn off. If I had to guess, I'd say like 84, 85, maybe. Alright, what else do we need to look at before we head home? I think that covers just about all the bases. I wish I'd stopped here earlier when most of the cars hadn't been given away. And it's a shame that truck is rusted out. I would have loved to put a V8 in there, a V8 powered S10 4x4. And he locked it. And that Dakota actually looks pretty cool with the light bar on the back. And what have we got back here? A basic factory Chrysler AM/FM radio. What would appear to be a gas tank or a toolbox. And it's unlocked. Yeah, that radio came out of this truck and the keys are in the ignition. Oh, this thing's long dead. And I think this might actually have intermittent wipers too. Stick shift. I wonder if it's a 5-speed or a 4-cylinder or a V6. And the hood's not gonna open. These were good trucks, but I didn't like the early V6s they put in the Dodge Dakota. Too underpowered. 125 horsepower in these 6s. By comparison, my Tacoma is a 4-banger. Oh, maybe I can get this thing open. Here we go. Oh, it's a 4-cylinder. even more underpowered. I think this thing made like 90 to 95 horsepower, maybe 100 at the very most. I mean, I'm not saying it's an unreliable or bad engine. It's actually probably a pretty good and durable engine, but 90 horsepower in a late 80s pickup truck that probably weighs about 4,000, 3,000 pounds. Underpowered. This truck does seem to be complete, though. And the S10. Just a base model S10 with a 2.5 liter Iron Duke 4-cylinder, fuel injected, automatic transmission, which is an interesting combination. Usually these have the manual. And I don't know what year this is, but it does. This one does not have intermittent wipers. Just has that mist function. And it has a tilt wheel. This one might have been a custom order. AM radio. No AM FM, just an AM. I'm surprised this has a tilt wheel. Look how far down that goes. And of course it's long dead. But yeah, this one doesn't even have vents. This is really air conditioner delete. I mean, this is really, really air conditioner delete. Let's see what year this is. Manufactured by General Motors Corporation. Damn it, it's worn off. Alright, I'd say like 87 maybe. Since it has that style. Yeah, I'd say about an 87 or an 88. Because you'll notice that this one over here does not have air conditioning either. But as you can see, it has... Oh wait, this one doesn't have vents in the dash either. There was another one I saw that didn't have air conditioning, but it still had vents in the dash. That's a funny bumper sticker right there. Caution, if you think OSHA is a small town in Wisconsin, you are in trouble. That's pretty funny. This would be an excellent candidate for a V8 conversion right here. Ah, geez, that thing's really freaking stuck. You know, a truck is going to need a lot of work when you risk pulling the entire dashboard out to get the hood open. Unless I can... Oh, already open. Let's see if I can. No power brakes. And I'll bet you this truck didn't have power steering. It doesn't have power steering either. But yeah, that's the same engine they use in the mail trucks. I met a mail person, a mail carrier the other day while I was coming out of the grocery store, and she said the mail truck she was driving was like 28 years old and it ran great. So that should say something about the durability of these engines. So the verdict, underpowered but dependable. And that's where all the air conditioner stuff would go if this truck had it. The engine's actually not in the worst shape I've ever seen. But yeah, no power steering, no power brakes. And I just shut the windshield wiper thing in the hood, I think. Actually, I don't know what the hell that is. Hasn't been registered since '99.
This has been a Stamped Octagon production.